Hello there, I'm Leo Warder for KitGuru, and this is the news. The idea is this is my little roundup of news items from the week that have caught my attention, and the first item is something that particularly caught my attention. It is that EKWB, EK Waterblocks, is recalling its Predator 240 and 360 systems. Apparently they have a dodgy O-ring, which means the CPU block might leak. I reviewed the 240 kit for KitGuru, liked it a great deal, and I went on to use that system in my personal PC. So I apparently have a time bomb waiting in my PC to potentially let go and drown everything, which obviously is not a good feeling. So I'm being sent a new water block. If you have a Predator 240 Rev 1.0, get in touch with the EKWB, fill in the RMA form, they'll sort your system out. But nonetheless, it's not a great feeling. On the plus side, at least they seem to be handling it as efficiently as possible, but what next? We've got storage. Microsoft, always good. There's always something with Microsoft. Microsoft ends support for Windows 8 and older versions of Internet Explorer, specifically versions 8, 9 and 10. I seem to report something the other day. They finished support for version 6, which is ancient. Anyway, Internet Explorer 8, 9, 10 gone, or other support for good thing. Old versions of Internet Explorer are horrible. Now, 8. It sounds like a bold move, because after all, we're only on Windows 10 now. As we know, there was no Windows 9. Windows 8 sounds like it was only yesterday. This is Windows 8, not 8.1. If you have Windows 8, get the update to Windows 8.1, you're good. But frankly, if you're going to do that, you might as well go to Windows 10. Having said that, if you're on Windows 8 and you haven't gone to 8.1, why not? Windows 8's horrible. Windows 8.1 is actually pretty good. And the differences between Windows 8.1 and Windows 10, to my eyes, next to nothing. Nonetheless, apart from 4K support, which is much better with Windows 10. Anyway, if you have Windows 8, time to go. Windows 8.1 it is. Netflix confirms plans to shut off proxy access. This is to do with territories. If you're in the UK, you're using a proxy. How do they know where you are? You might be anywhere, Iran. BBC iPlayer and such like has shouted long and loud if you try and access content from the wrong country, in which case a proxy actually will get you around that very often. If you want to use an American TV site, NBC or some such, then it'll say, no, you're in Britain, you can't do this. A proxy gets you around that. Netflix, they're taking the sensible approach here, which is if they're licensing stuff and if they're selling services to customers in particular areas, they want you to be in that area, and a proxy means they don't know where you are. So it's no great surprise. Netflix, proxy, bye-bye. Storage. 2 stories here, one with SSD, one with hard drive. A company called FixStars has announced an SSD with 13 terabytes capacity, which is a bizarre number. It's a 2.5-inch SSD, not some sort of huge, great PCI Express card. They're going to sell it themselves, not through retailers and third parties. Shudder to know what the price will be. I imagine huge. The very fact you can put 13 terabytes of storage in an SSD is remarkable, and as we're currently at the 1 terabyte, that's quite large. Thinking about 2 terabytes possibly soon, then 4, then 8 in the doubling up thing. 13 is a weird number. The very fact it's kind of been announced is a shock, frankly. It means that in 2016 I want to see 2 terabyte for sure, 4 terabyte perhaps, that'd be nice. This is on the up and up. That drive from FixStars uses Toshiba NAND. Oh, and there is a price in the region of $13,000. That's nice. So what's that? I don't know, 10 grand in the UK. Huge. And then we have Seagate. And Seagate is launching an 8 terabyte NAS drive, obviously a hard drive, 3.5-inch hard drive. It's not going to be up to desktop duties. Wouldn't be intended for that. 8 terabyte, it suggests Seagate's absolutely pushing its limits of hard drive technology here. No great surprise that they are. Hard drive, we passed 4 terabyte to 6 terabyte a little while ago, and we're kind of stuck there. Performance 8 terabyte drives, to the best of my knowledge, don't exist. Slower drives, cold storage and such like for archives, they're around, but they're not mainstream drives. So this 8 terabyte NAS drive is closer to a desktop drive than a cold storage drive, but I'm not sure we're going to see an 8 terabyte desktop drive at all or anytime soon necessarily. It suggests hard drives, they basically peaked in terms of their storage density, and SSD is where it's at. Nonetheless, it is good to see hard drives aren't entirely dead yet, so 8 terabytes from Seagate. Anyway, this is Leo Walder for KitGuru, and this was the news.